Strip here in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. The city incorporated in 1911 as you look at the Hoover Dam, built in 1936. Lake Mead flowing through the dam to the Colorado River. And what better than maybe a little golf between curling draws. But we are here for curling at the Orleans Arena and the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. Luke Coley, Hans Frauenlob with you here this afternoon as we are into session 13. Japan taking on Italy will be our feature game as teams try and position themselves, getting to the last couple days of round robin play. Everyone's past the halfway point of games played and need to start to win, get into that playoff round, then anything can happen. It's a second tournament. Once that happens, our feature game, Japan and Italy. Both 2 and 5 need some help, and to win out, we'll have to start this afternoon as the teams make their way onto the ice, to the applause of the crowd. Let's meet the teams for Japan. Their lead, Yutaka Aoyama. Their second, Ryotaro Shakuya. The skip throwing third stones, Masaki Awai. And the fourth stone thrower, Go Aoki. They will take on Italy with their lead, Daniele Farazza. Their second, Andrea Pilzer. Also with the skip throwing third stones, Joel Ratornes. And their fourth stone thrower, yes, get up there, Amos Mozaner. So we get set. Let's look at the standings. Sweden 7-1, then Canada, Scotland at 6-1, Norway close behind at 6-2, Russia 5-2, then Switzerland at 3-3, China in good position in the middle with 3 wins, 4 losses, Korea 3-5, Italy and Japan was 2-5 records, Netherlands, Germany, and the US round out with just 1 win in the 13-team field. Here in session 13, USA taking on Germany on sheet A. Sheet B, Switzerland, Russia, big playoff game possibility there. Well, on sheet C, Japan, Italy, both teams need to win. And on sheet D, Netherlands takes on China. China also needs to keep winning here at the Orleans Arena. Great setup this year for the World Championship. I'll bring in Hans Frauenlob, joining myself, Luke Coley, for this afternoon session. And it will be a lot of fun.
Sure will, Luke, and good afternoon, everybody from Las Vegas. Players, athletes, spectators, coaches, everyone's enjoying being here in entertainment capital of the universe. And looking for a little entertainment here this afternoon as well. As you said, Luke, for both of these teams, it's an absolute must-win. 6 teams will qualify for the playoffs here in the men's worlds, and realistically for either of them, winning out from here, as you said on the intro, is what it's going to take. And it could start for either of these teams right here this afternoon. Italy been playing, I think, a little bit better than their 2-5 record indicates. They lost a really close game to Canada, but they took a bit of a pounding this morning against Sweden, so it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back from that. Japan, this is their first ever international tournament, like first ever international tournament. Japanese champions, but they've never played it overseas. A real learning experience for them, and they've stayed in a lot of games, and sometimes they're relative inexperience, just catching them out a little bit, closing games out. It'll be interesting to see how this one goes.
Yeah, Joel Rotornes will definitely have the experience. He's in his 5th World Championship, but 9th his best finish. I was looking at them as a team that could be a dark horse into the playoffs, and not out of it yet, but you said it, can't afford to lose. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Huge game for Italy. They will have the hammer in the first end.
And Japan will throw the red stones. As you see, have their dark tops on. Italy will wear whites and throw the yellows. So to get this one started, Yutaka Aoyama. On Mozaner in Italy, definitely a team that like to hit. They don't have a problem keeping stones around because Mosaner can clean things up in a hurry at the back end, but he'd rather not have to do cleanup. Love those open draws.
That's true, Luke. Amos Mosaner, one of the best exponents of the big weight double takeout run back, and he loves to throw them, but Daniele Ferrazza throws his first stone for the Italians. They need to have a good, well-rounded game, and not always look for that shot. Sometimes I think they go hunting for that shot a bit too much. To win consistently at this level, you have to have every shot in the book and be able to make them at any time. Long corner guard there. And that's not just at the skip position, but right up and down the lineup.
So Aoyama, 33-year-old, is a public servant. Has him listed his sports hero, Benny Hebert, Olympic gold medalist from 2010.
If Benny was watching right now, he'd be saying absolutely.
Why isn't everyone?
Why isn't everybody? Why aren't everybody's hero?
So centerline guard. And Ferrazza now trying to use that corner guard. Even if this is top part of the rings, it's pretty good.
Out!
First end's shaping up interesting. We've got two guards already.
No, non è male.
Not really rush to it yet.
5-1, 5-2. Oh, ti line.
Linea buona. Ok, andiamo una pizza.
Sto tre qua che giocavano prima con me. 3-9.
Good spot. Tucked right behind that corner. Iwai will ask Ryotaro Shikuya to make the corner guard clear.
Okay.
All right. He knows it, but we'll run it back.
Yeah, the miss hit on the peel. Well, we'll just run it back, leave the corner guard. We got two guards out in front.
Yeah, that'll work for Japan. Italy won't mind. They've got the hammer. Andre Pilzer. Again, try to go around that corner.
T-line.
Spazio.
T-line.
Linea buona.
T-line. 5-1. T-line.
Linea buona.
5-1.
Raggio Mascia per la gira.
T-line 5-1.
No, sola.
T-line
Raggio
5-1.
Mascia.
T-line. 4-3.
Mai.
4-2.
Mai Danda, mai. Okay.
Well, since top part of the house and as that one settles, let's look at the rules of play. 6 ends must be played in each game before team can concede. 38 minutes of thinking time given to each team with 1 60-second timeout. And of course, the team that scores more points wins the game.
Generally wins the game. Always wins the game.
Both these teams hoping to be up on the scoreboard as that one going on the outside to try and push that one out. Won't be able to, so.
I think he pushed it right behind the center guard, Luke, at least half behind it. Good look at it there. 3/4 behind that red center guard. Yellowstone belongs to the Italians.
Linea buona.
4-2.
Linea buona.
Playing in his third
4-2.
World Championship.
4-2.
Linea molto buona.
3 of the 4 players, 15, 17, and now 18. Torna is playing in
Molto buona.
a couple previous.
Continua. Tira giù.
Didn't quite get a corner behind the center guard, but it is into the rings, top 12 foot. Ferrazza looks on after a sweep. Tornas and Mosaner sizing it up.
That's always interesting seeing the two of them stand together because Mosaner is such a tall gentleman, and then Joel, not a short guy, but anyone compared to Mozaner is short, so
I wasn't going to be unkind to Joel and say height challenged. He's definitely not. But Amos, one of the taller competitors here. Be a pretty good rebounder, I'm sure.
gets to that hog line in a hurry is Masaki Awai, 32-year-old. See enough, chance to make this double. Get one, clip the back one, won't be able to, but sticks around, top 12 foot, just on the side. See if it's a possible stone that could be used later.
Having a look. Holding the brush, that will be the target line for Joel Retornas. Try to come around that center guard again. There's a closer look at Amos Mozaner.
Joel, 82% on the tournament, right in the middle of the third stone throwers.
4-2, 4-3. Non è secca secondo me, 4-2.
Great looking line. Sweeping now for curl. They want to tuck it at least half behind that center guard. Front 4 foot, perfect weight. Just need to curl another half a rock. Pretty good shot.
Looks like they got enough here with that. See the teams using that sweeping with the player closest sweeping with the direction is trying to curl to get the inside of it tucked, and
At least a third of it.
no double on that. Unless you can play the run double.
Yeah, looks like that's what they're lining up, Luke. Did a game involving Japan earlier in the week, and Masaki Iwai, I believe it was against Canada, they timed the run back at about 5.5 seconds between the hog lines, which is beyond fast.
Well, and misses everything and leaves him protected in the house. Just an absolute worst case scenario.
Exactly what I was thinking. The worst possible outcome when you try the run back is when you just miss it and you leave a guard in front of the stone.
It'd be tough to go and actually call that and play that shot to make that.
Yeah, you could try that 50 times and it wouldn't happen like that. Fantastic chance for the Italians now. Line 2 undercover.
4-3, 4-1.
Torn is now going to draw around the corner guard on the left-hand side of the sheet as he's looking at it.
4-1.
See how much the stone is curling as it decelerates. Watch it finish. Good looking stone. Perfect spot. Great shot by Retornas. Perfectly behind the guard. Italians are lying 3 buried.
I don't think there's any effect from that lopsided loss earlier today. So far early on, nice to be able to get back out on the ice.
Well, that's exactly right. They conceded early against Sweden. It just wasn't happening for them this morning, so they got off the ice and mindful that they had another game this afternoon. Exactly right, Joel. Early returns are promising for Team Italy.
So now Go Aoki, the youngster looking to play the run double himself.
Sweepers
Couldn't keep up to
couldn't catch it. Calling for the sweep. Sweepers were a little off guard. They were trailing the rock instead of being in position to sweep it. Kills one Italian stone, but leaves the other one behind it. There we see the sweepers. They're being called for the sweep, but they just can't catch it, and it just goes by the back stone. I don't know if the sweeping would have saved it, but it certainly needed it. 3-point end still absolutely on for the Italians.
Almost Mozaner, 23-year-old. Fourth stones.
Linea buona.
He's 5 years old.
4-3. Linea buona solo alla fine. 4-3.
At 23, playing in
Alla
his
fine.
Third World Championship.
Pagano ancora questa. 5.
Sweeper's backing off this one. They think it's got lots of weight.
5-3, 2-5-3. Potete passare? 5-3.
I really don't want this one behind the tee line, but it's going deep. Will it stay for third shot? Just. Not a horrible place, but they absolutely wanted it in front of the tee line.
Well, the out now is a freeze.
Center disappointed with himself. Early in the game, you really do rely on feedback from your teammates. Don't try to dial in with weight. You do have the pre-game practice. Now, it falls to Go Aoki. Youngest player in the tournament, 18 years of age. First international tournament.
He's been curling since the age of 10.
Over half his life. Sweepers are really working at Shikuya. Aoyama need to get by the top stone. If they were ever to wreck, it's a disaster. They're by it.
How far can they take this one?
Oh, super shot by Aoki. Just short, leaving the Italians line one, but it's perfectly behind the guard, and that reduces the risk of dropping a 4.
Well, nice sizing up off that side one. Earlier on, stayed in. Double for 4.
Well, as we watch the replay of this stone by Aoki, you see the red stone at the top of our picture by the boards. Almost Mosan are lining that one up for a flat double.
Did not waste much time. He loves this type of shot.
Yeah, they look for it. Mentioned earlier, they go hunting for the big white shots. And we're in Las Vegas. This is where you gamble. And Mosan and the Italians gambling here. Going for 4 instead of an easy 2.
Last stone here, first end. Got to make the double. 1. Get the second one. Look at that for 4.
Bellissimo!
Look at that. No surprise that Mosaner comes up with that to score 4 in the first.
Un po' lì che suona bello, era 7,
7-5,
però finì
sto come tutti.
俺の曲がんなかったワイドですよ。いや申し訳ない。あれでもいいかば。まあ9エンド使って長くやってきた。2取って出だし悪いな。いつも。
出だしで開いちゃうからね毎回ね。よしまあ2点取ってこうゆっくりゆっくり。まあ6エンド使えば追いつけるからね。
確かに。2122でいい。
追いつける。
7エンドで。
Well, that was quite the start for Mosaner and Italy. As soon as that one came to rest, he was licking his chops to go after that double. Decided, you know what, let's go all in, let's go for this deuce.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Not a problem for the Italian 4-stone thrower. They saw a double made by Nicholas Edin earlier today that was 4 against them.
Yeah, what an opening. Japanese see them in the mid and break. Looking quite dispirited. Golioki throwing what he thought was a pretty good shot. Cut the Italians down, then almost mows on her.
3球いいよ
Coming in smooth like old Blue Eyes himself.
ちょっと落ちてるね Yes
Flat double takeout, bango.
ちょっとダウンかな1半あいよ2まで行く2まで行く OK
え、ラッシュ3と5
Linea buona
5-1
linea buona
5-1
buona linea linea molto buona linea 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 Pinska è buona
Catching her breath with you after that. Amazing flat double by Mosana. Like a lightning bolt.
Okay.
Rats into the rings.
Well, look in Switzerland, Russia, what's going on right next to us. The Swiss with the hammer and an opportunity to get an early deuce. Of course, they pulled off a miraculous, quite the game last night against Korea with the win. That puts them at a position right now. They're 3-3, and a win in this game against Russia, who's at 5-2, bring them down to the same loss number. That's huge.
Huge game for both teams. A pair there for Mark Pfister. So Switzerland up 2-0, but you're exactly right. Swiss living a bit of a charmed existence, winning a game against Korea when the Korean sweeper burned the final stone of the game. And Switzerland with an improbable 12-11 game. We'll quickly update our scores on Sheet A. No score between the States and Germany. Sheet B, Switzerland with a 2-0 lead over Russia. Italy in our feature game, 4-0 over Japan. Netherlands with a 2-0 lead over China on Sheet D. We'll keep you up to date with the scores throughout the match.
We may see a little bit of this after a 4 going up in the first. Pilser will end up nosing it, so some life for Japan now.
Yeah, there's a mistake by the Italians. Wanting to clear the corner guard, they nose it. So 2 corners up for the Japanese.
どっちでもいいよ
Italian
OK
stones in the rings.
ここでも OK
Well, here's where you haven't seen the. Sometimes they haven't been played in too many of these scenarios in international events. What do you play? You have the 2 corners. Do you try and use them now? Those 2 in the front, try and use them as guards. But here they're electing to freeze the top one, maybe a little tap.
Yeah, I think you can get too aggressive in this situation. Yeah, it's devastating dropping a 4 in the first, but it's a bit of a curling cliche, but if you're ever going to drop a big end, you want it to be in the first end. You got a lot of game left. 2 points here is pretty darn good. You don't have to force it, and they are forcing it a bit here by playing the freeze.
When you talk about force it, use a baseball analogy, you can't hit a 5-run home run.
Can't hit a 5-run homer. That's exactly right. There's Coach J.D. Lynn. He's probably channeling those thoughts to his team.
I'm always interested sometimes to see coaches, why aren't they watching the sheets that they're on? They're always looking at other games, seeing what stones are being played as well, because they'll be moving on sheets and see what other teams are doing and pairing up and matching stones. So that's really important for them and the alternate and the national coach to keep an eye on. So we see Soren Gran, the Italian coach.
Pilzer with a nicer clear of the corner guard on that last attempt. So after freezing front now, EY looks to go around the pile in the rings. Coming back to the thought, you got 2 corner guards up. That's the situation you want when you're going for a pair. Why not duck around them? Two's plenty in this end. You don't need to score 3.
You'll take 3 if you get a mistake, but you just got to make sure you try and give yourself a chance to score 2.
What you don't want to do is give up a steal.
So 2 in the top part of the rings. It is Italy lying 1-2.
Give up steal, you're down 5. And it is a long way home from there. Get a 2, you're down 2. Right back in the game. Tornes. Oh, very nice play by Retorners, removing both Japanese stone and spinning zone stone out of harm's way. Nice shot. Italy thinking very much force. They're more than happy to give Japan 1 in this end.
Very nice moving, changing the angles of those. Thought right away, you're real nice to use the corner guard now if you're Japan.
Corner guard is definitely the play if you're going to score 2 here. Looked to me as he was making the call before he headed down the ice as Aoki's holding the brush. Looked like he was going to make a play on the shot rock and roll behind the Yellowstone on the right. Not a bad shot either, but leave a very short run back for Amos Mosaner. And you saw what Mosaner can do in the previous end with big weight. Ready to go around the clock.
Right to the side of the forefoot, but it's going to be open.
Only half open. The throwing in. Good 2/3 available for Joe Retornes. This one's really making a move.
Trying to get by the front, and they will.
Just.
Wow. Played that awfully close to that front stone.
I think it even raised it going by. It was that close. Net result, Italy lies 3. We'll update USA Germany.
Rich seems to think this will.
Well, what do you want?
That's a mess the U.S. is facing. Greg Persinger.
I'm fine with this.
They blank the first with the hammer. The team that comes in, if you looked at their stats, you wouldn't think they were sitting with a 1-6 record, but haven't been able to finish off games. We saw it earlier today. Couldn't finish off against Russia. They lose that one, so have lost 6 straight games after opening up with a win in their first game against Japan.
That can really wear on you, Luke, when you're getting yourself into winning positions and just can't close them out. You start to think you're snake bit.
Persinger trying to get by, make the double, sit there, score your 1.
Very nice shot by Greg Persinger.
Let's sweep Colin Huffman to basically go end to end to hold that one.
Colin won't mind. He said, you make those kinds of shots, Greg, I'll sweep them all day. Very nice shot. Very nice corner freeze. Italy's going to run the guard.
Yeah, got a very fortunate getting a little rub off that top one, playing it.
In Las Vegas, you need a little luck sometimes. Corner guard gets cleared.
The ladies' luck.
Luck be a lady tonight.
黄色なんだよね。これ多分こうやっても。
Mosaner.
ヒットして先だと思うな、前ヒットだと思うな。
こうでしょ。
うん、そうだと思うよ。
キャップね。
ソーリー。
キャップがね。後悔。
うん、それでいいと
ステイでもありだよね。
ステイでもあり。十分で。
Comes down to have a look. Doesn't look that much better.
ってもないんだよな。
微妙だよね。逆どっちロールしてもいいからね。
See if the Italian stone is still shot rock.
できればね。
Edge of the
色目に
forefoot.
考えてもいい。一瞬もわかんない
Japanese。stone welded right on top of it. Question for Japan is when do you pull the trigger to make the bump on that stone? Wouldn't mind seeing them freeze another one right on top of it.
Either that or try and just play the little hit and roll to the side of the forefoot and make that play right now.
Yep, you could make the inside play, and you need some separation though if you're going to make a play on the shot block. Otherwise, Mosaner will certainly try a flat double. Going to be a play on the front rock. Rolls it across. Sits in third shot position.
Now do we see another rocket here from Mosaner to
ちょっとダウン
try and peel, blast that one out, and then have that catcher on the side?
I'm guessing yes. You can see by Joel Retornes' path clean. That would appear to be the plan for the Italians.
So buckle up.
Yep, 7/8 frozen. Sorry, not good enough. I'm still going to blast it out of there. Gonna have to catch this one pretty thin though to stuff it against the side stone.
Mosaner throwing him hard. Some may say even throwing him overhand.
Yeah, this one's
前
a heater.
前
Wasn't the smoothest slide that time, Luke.
Try to make contact, make the double. Won't push that one out on the side.
Just a bit too thin. A little wobbly on the delivery there from Mosaner.
どういうポジションらした練習でしょ
So, doors open now for Japan. Potentially score there too.
That's what we said they had to work to try and get. You can't think, I got to get it all back on one end, make the draw, score two, cut the lead in half.
Just needs full 12-foot.
Go Aoki and the final stone, the second end.
見たいよ見たいよ見たいよ
まだちょっと伸びてる。
Looking at it
止まり待ちだね
very
伸びてる伸びて
intently.
る
Sweepers are not laying a brush to it yet. Shaking the brush over their stone, willing it to slow down.
It does look like it will stop. It has all the rings to sit in. And not too bad, goes back 8 foot. So Japan cuts into the lead. It's now 4-2 as we played 2 ends here. It's session 13 from Las Vegas.
ずいぶん気持ちよく滑ってたよ。
ね7ピッタリだねそうこのラインでも滑る
あ
7だったおお
あ。坂登って。
そう終わったね見た岩井さんの2投目ってあんま曲がんないんですか
どっちも曲がんない。
めっちゃ曲がんない
1投目でもまだね。
なんか俺の1投目俺の2投目めっちゃ曲がる
どれと変える？
いいよいやなんか変えても分かんなくないですだからちょっと広めとってもらいます2投目だけドロスになったら
なんで上司今のところ。
今のところは大丈夫だと思う
Welcome back inside the Orleans Arena. Luke Coley, Hans Frauenlaub in the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship 2018. We're on sheet B this afternoon. Itaka Ayama will get us going for end number 3.
Big deuce in the second there by Japan. Exactly what the doctor ordered after you drop a 4 in the first. Get yourself back into it.
Okay.
See how patient the Italians can stay here. They're still in control here in the early going. 2 up with hammer.
Well, strategy here, some teams you draw to the wing, but Italy staying as they normally would. Put the center, let's go in behind. Some teams change their strategy so much after getting a big end that actually hurts them.
Well, it certainly worked for the Italians in the first end, going around the center. And cashed in with a 4 that time, so why not?
Ok, va bene.
Hides a corner.
Okay.
That hiding corner. A unique takeaway from Takahayama. Straddles his sliding leg, wraps it right around him on the way back on the take back.
Well, just a little tap, not quite the line they were hoping for. Slide over. Look at all those stones all surrounding. The heart of the ring's wide open, but Switzerland has one protected, forcing Alexei Timofeev to draw into the center of the house, get a single point after giving up a deuce in the first. Timofeev, impressive win coming back and knocking off the U.S. earlier today. They sit with a 5-2 record. Russia able to get their single point right to the side of the forefoot. Russia has never made the playoffs at a world championship on the men's side. Women's program is in fine form right now, medaling in 5 straight seasons.
Yeah, it's a different looking team, Russia, from the team that we saw last year at the World Men's in Edmonton. 3 of these 4 players were part of that team, and they went 0-12, 0-11 rather, winless. And this year, they've really turned it around. They're looking much more relaxed. I think that's a big plus for them. And right in the thick of it. 6 teams will make the playoffs here in this expanded 3-6-1 World Men's this year. 13 teams in the field.
Well, trying to come around and get to that. Comes up well short.
Yep, that's an uh-oh. Let's look in at the Netherlands and China. Chinese stone sitting on the front of the button, so this is a potential draw for 2 for Chou Deshao.
Well, China controls where they will finish in this one. Right now, 3-4. Netherlands, same situations. Both the teams in our feature game need to win out. With that 5-loss mark already, China gets their second point, pardon me, with that draw to add 1 more to it. So 2-2 after 2 on sheet D.
Yep, a win for China would definitely put them right back in the frame. Consensus seems to be that 7-5 1-loss record. Very likely to see you safely into the playoffs. 6-6, you might need a little help. 3 stones in the rings. Italy with the hammer here on the 3rd.
You don't necessarily want to hit, but I think you got to try and remove something.
Yeah, real danger building here.
last a second stone, so feel maybe give one more crack to make this freeze.
Yeah, one last chance, and after this, if it doesn't work out, you pull the chute in a big way.
7-2
There's a fine line of judgment between pressing to try and make something happen and recognizing when it's lost and you really have to get into damage control. Good looking stone here.
OK ナイスショット
Pretty good.
Yeah, very nice. It curls a half rock more perfect, even though still pretty good where it sits.
Tre quarti, però devi andare perché devi spostarne da questa.
Sì, 3/4, plutôt sta più anche l'esterno.
Torres just swiveling his head around just to see the position of the stones behind him. Andrea Pilzer clearing the front stone.
Gets the one, sort of pushes that red off a little bit to the side off the center line.
Actually covering the shot block in the process. He's taking a long look at it. Who's won? Is it us? Or no? Is it them? Not sure. Let's take a closer look ourselves, shall we? It's red all day. What say you, Luke Coley?
I'm taking a close look like the Japanese are. Looks like it's just red.
それランバ来るよね。
絶対来る。トップでこれでもうバーンとかいい。
コントとかでステイでもいいんじゃない？
ちょっと曲がりきった時怖くない？ノーマルとかで。
別に曲がりきったらこいつのガードになるだけだから。
ああ。
ベストはこれだけで。
うん、それでいい。それでいい。
I think whether you're one or second shot, I think you're I like the hit and roll myself either way.
Not too much difference in your shot choice depending on whether you're shot or not. The accumulation of the Italian stones is still the concern for the Japanese. Italians have got hammer. This is on the first end what Mosaner can do, moving rocks around. Difficulty for EY. You make the inside roll, you're almost certainly jamming the stone directly behind Goyoki to the right as we're looking at it.
But I think if you make the roll, it doesn't matter if you do jam it.
It's not awful. Depends how good the roll is.
曲がったら早いからクリーンだけ。
やった時超落ちたんだよ、ノーマル。
ああ。コントロール。やべえこれ。
Sweepers on it immediately. And that side looks disgusted. And that's why.
Well, he gave up on that right away, right on release. He knew he didn't like it. Never gave it a chance. This could spell disaster for Japan.
Yep. About the worst possible way to miss that one. Crashing the guard and removes the protection. So wide open now for the Italians. They don't mind if they lose their stone at the back of the button in the process. They'll be lying 3. The benches look on as Joel Retornas lines this one up.
あとセコンディ。あとセコンディ。
Very nice.
And those go with relative ease.
Okay.
Italy lies 3, and now steepish angles for the Japanese. It'll be a really thin double to try and double them off. Leaves you hit and roll, and even though it's a relatively short roll, it's tough to make a hit and roll when you need it. And it's still a pretty short run back.
さっき遅かったよね。ちょっと遅かった。11秒ぐらいだった多分。
Get the thoughts of that previous stone out of his mind. Recover with this shot.
Yeah.
Staying on the nose.
Well, right on the nose, no roll possible. Well, no roll there that was they're hoping for.
いいと思うけどな。
Italy a glorious chance for multiple score again after scoring 4 in the first.
Okay, mi piace.
You don't need to score very often in a game if you're scoring 3s and 4s, that's for sure.
Attention. 9 mètres. 9 mètres. 9 mètres.
Perfect. Outside roll, great separation.
No real great double looks on these 3 stones.
Joel Tornes, the veteran at the ripe old age of 34. Skipped Italy at the 2006 Winter Olympics 20 years ago.
Well, real tough to make this double, so just try and hit and roll. Get towards that other one.
So off the launch pad.
You can throw him hard as well. Finn will just touch that one over and loses his shooter.
Just underneath it, needed to hit that top one a little thicker. Wise smile from goal.
6, 8. Che dici? Sì, 3, 8. Basta 5 tirati prima. Chi l'ha in 5-1? 7, 8, vabbè.
Routine, but really important shot coming up for Ramos Mosonner. He's just been throwing rockets. Now you want to throw it on the tee line.
Piuttosto che Dio, pellettino 3-8 mi piace. 3-8 spazzata, sicuri a Ioane.
Let's look in USA, Germany. It is Germany line 1. Alexander Baumann draw to the 4-foot and come to his own in order to get a second point, take a 2-1 lead in that game.
His own stone to use for backing as long as he's a little bit on the inside of it.
Linie ist gut.
We're sliding slightly past the tee line.
Gut gehalten, hat keine Auflage. Braucht genau die Länge. Bist drauf. Drauf, ja. Auf den Pin. Bist drauf. Auf den Pin. Drauf.
Well, Germany's been mixing up their lineup here. We've seen them get their 1 win, then Alexander Baumann actually come out of the lineup. He's back in it here, second straight game, and they get a deuce there to lead 2-1 after 3 ends.
Great situation here for the Italians, Luke.
Hit and roll the only out for Japan.
Well, there's nothing really safe. Hit and roll is maybe not an out, but it takes you nearer the door.
Stand there. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Really
Trying to
slowing down.
hit and sit, but it'll sit in the open and you get 2 back, but it opportunity for 3 right back for Italy.
Well, the game, we saw a 12-11 game last night between Switzerland and Korea, and this game's got the makings of similar high scoring.
Well, a chance to make it a 7-2 game after 3 ends. You do not see that very often.
Center has to convert.
So hit and stick.
This is Max Quasi.
Final stone, third end.
Clean.
Clean is a lovely word to hear when you're a sweeper on a hit.
Right down to it for the third point. So Italy gets 3 more, and they have a 7-2 lead through 3 ends of play in session 13.
6がまあまあストレートだった。ちょっとそうかな、そう思う。6ちょっとストレートっぽい。早かったんだけどね。6がストレートで、3が曲がる？重い。4が曲がる。タイムズもちょっとあったけど。3は重たいね。確実。3は重たい。あれ変える？変えるか。じゃあ2、3使うか。2、3使って1と4使って4がちょっと曲がるから最初に投げる。で、岩井さんの王はちょっとつける。もしくは6を曲がるとまっすぐになっちゃうけど、それでもいい。6使って4を岩井さんが使うか。4多分普通だと思う。4、1か。じゃあ3、4、3、4、3が重くて4が曲がる。1が普通かな。
Well, the fourth end, and it has been wild so far.
Well, we are a 1 and a 5 away from a straight flush here, Luke.
Oh, there you go. We'll do well on the tables here in Las Vegas. We're here at the Orleans Arena, 361 World Men's Curling Championship. Italy played a solid game to that point. Some mistakes by Japan, and not just mistakes, but worst possible mistakes. First end, play run back, and just narrowly miss it. Leave Italy lying too buried. Can't make out the bail shot, the saver shot. Plus you see a double by Mozaner in the first. Just a phenomenal shot.
Yeah, Italy has certainly been punishing Japanese mistakes in the biggest way possible. Coaching advice for the Japanese, though, doesn't change. Still can't hit that 5-run homer, even if you did.
Now you need it.
You'd be tied. Yeah, exactly. Daniele Ferrazza, 83%. Japan just has to focus on getting the pair.
Linea buona. 4-2. Aspetta su Boris.
4-2.
4-1-4-2. Linea buona.
4-2 già.
Aspetta allora, aspetta se 4-2.
È già 4-2.
Ok. Nanda.
Well, another one. Both actually, they just normally you want those on the center line there. They come a little bit off, over curl coming into the rings. Japan going to do the 2 corner guard play.
ちょっと速そう。ちょっと速い。ごめん。3-4。ちょっと待って。あ、でもこいつも止まる意思だよ、多分。3-4-4。
Oyama?
3だな。13。5だ。5。
Oh, I hope he really pivots in about a 180-degree range when he's brushing.
Well, 2 corners. Italy will try and keep this as clean as possible.
Tornes holding the target for Andrea Pilzer. 79% for the tournament.
Clean. Clean.
Kills one. No real chance of double clear there.
And no need to even
Not even
think
think
you've
about
got to
it.
try and play that.
Exactly.
Qualche banda? Qua la prima? No, le girate bene lì.
Ryotaro Shikuya, 84% for the tournament for the Japanese. It's a little ironic that curling games you always want to get a good solid lead and have control, but sometimes you can get a big lead too early, and normally you go into defensive mode in the later ends when you're trying to protect the lead and close it out. And here you are playing the fourth end, you get a 5-point lead. And you're thinking, okay, well, that's enough, but it's still too early in the game to think totally defensively.
Yeah, the situation dictates if you need to. Okay, maybe I have to play that freeze. Maybe I have to play the quiet weight shot, not just the blast, as Pilzer with the little speed wobble. Nosed a peel earlier. This one right by and will kill his own.
Well, that wasn't in the brochure.
Was not a good slide from Pilzer. Watch the little wobble.
Oops.
There it is. Resets himself, and then the extension gets nothing but Yellowstones moving.
Shikuya. Scooping it deep to try and get maximum curl, get as much protection as they can from the guard.
Well, at some point now, Hans, after that miss, you have to maybe change that in the strategy. You may have to play a freeze late and peel this one first, see what happens, but
You're still in a mode where giving up two is okay. You're just trying to defend against a three. Don't be happy about giving up the two. You never are. But after that miss by Pilzer, that might be the best the Italians can do here. No mistake by Retornas clearing the guard. And did go around to the out-turn zone. Chance now for Japan to duck around that guard, top of our picture.
and that's why you put those two out in front.
I wonder what Aoki's looking at there. Pretty sure it's on the rings go. Just confirming in his own mind if it comes around the guard, if it's coming top house. How much of the house do we need to get second shot?
75% for Hawaii.
ちょっと前から。ちょっと気持ちをしてる。
ラインも入れよ。
はいよ、待ってるよ、待ってるよ。
ライトライト
ウェイトいいよ、待ってるよ。ウェイト待ってるよ。はい、ちょっとサイドだから。ライト。
スケッチライン
もう6なの。6を。
Ilya was kind of straight arming Aoyama there away from the stone early in the sweep, but coming to rest now, just on the tee line. Nice shot. 2-point end is on now for Japan. Maybe a three.
E lo farà? Noi da esempio a Lucio Parchio.
Devo fare una guardia dopo?
Sì.
E lo vedi in quella aperta?
Esatto. Sta guardando il Zappar dopo.
When you peel the guard, if you don't get the one in the rings, then you're going to have to make a double, otherwise there's going to be a three put up.
Yep, this is the way to potentially kill a couple, but there's definitely risk, Luke, you're right.
If they peel this one, miss everything, probably see the freeze of that Yellowstone.
Absolutely right.
And no easy double in the house.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Just going to miss it.
And goes just underneath. Still, Japan line 2.
Maybe we're going to see that 5 yet, Luke. No, I'm just kidding. Well, not 5, but the 3 is definitely on.
And we might get 2 pairs.
I was going to say.
At some point.
Might get 2 pairs. Japan hoping for a full house of their own stones.
ここでいいと思う。
ここ
それでいいと思う。
いやまだちょっと早いと思うんだよね。
でもガード置いて打たれたらもう。
まだちょっと早いと俺でも遅いと思うけど。
ああ、俺も。いや、
まあガードしとけば確実に2点は取れるよ。
でも3はなくなるでしょ。普通にこれ足りると思うよ。
まあね。これステイされてもこっちガードあるからもう1個かましちゃえば3点だけどね。
それはあるね。でも相手もワンツー作ってくれるね。ファイターとか。
ここだとね。
最後難しいショット求められる気するんだよ。
Coming down and have a talk about it. I'm not sure how much there is to discuss. You throw the guard, the Italians hit the open shot. You get 2.
これ来るよ。まあね。
There's JD Lin.
あのウェイトなら。
Can only beam his thoughts to his team. Unless they call timeout, he can't offer them coaching advice on the bench.
Well, you put the
Although his expression probably tells you a lot.
you put the corner guard up, protect the one. They hit the open one. You could wrap another one. If they don't place the one right, you might have a double for 3.
Yeah.
ここで残ってもこれ打ってもまた3点でしょ。っていう方がま
こ
だ楽じゃない。
れがずれた時はもうまあ2点だなって感じだけど。最悪ここでもいい。
いいと思う。
ダメだったらここでもいいよ。
幅がいないし。
One thing you can be fairly sure of is that
ここなんだわ。
Mosaner will throw a thundering hit at
こ
something.
こまで行く。
あ
これぐらいじゃない？
最後。
センターで多分これまで。引っ張っとけば大丈夫でしょ。早くてもそれだと大丈夫。さりげなくいいんじゃない？
Well, they're enjoying it.
Yeah.
So that took a while, but let's do that. He cracks his knuckles after a long wait.
気持ちはいいとは思うけどと思うよ。多少は。
I like the demeanor of this team.
It's the demeanor of a lot of Japanese teams, men and women. You see them, always a lot of smiles on their faces. So playing to that wide one, this one looks like a lot of ice to try and get to the wide side.
Certainly does. Although we've seen EY's stones really curl. He crashed a guard on a hit earlier on.
上げていいよ。
This one's got it. Some,
青丸でいい。青丸でいい。あるあるある。
comes into the rings. Not a bad shot.
Yes.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, it's a can run the double, but it's going to help secure at least a 2.
Yep. So, put it anywhere totally safe against a potential double. Chance for Mosaner to double a couple of these stones off. He'll absolutely lose his shooter if he does.
Well, trying to make the double, and we'll push that one off to the side. Can it spin all the way out?
Well, it stays in the 12-foot for a second shot, so great chance now for Japan.
Freeze that one again. As we look over Switzerland, Russia, 2-1 game. Switzerland with the hammer in this 4th end.
Good chance here for Mark Pfister to cash in a pair.
Yeah, really riding some momentum now. They come in a 3-3 record.
You have a day like the Swiss had yesterday, 2 wins that seemed pretty improbable. Start to feel like maybe destiny's with you, and this one's going to use all the rings, but it sticks around. 2 points for the Swiss, and they go up 4-1.
Talked earlier, it's a big game. Switzerland 3-3, Russia 5-2. Always a chance to bring one of those teams ahead of you in the loss category back to you.
Miriam and Shikuya, maximum effort here. They need to be third shot, but it's gonna come up short.
And now, double available.
Huge disappointment for the Japanese. That stone needed to be in the rings. It's a double takeout from Mosaner. All of a sudden, Japan's going to be in a situation where they're going to be forced to take a single point if Mosaner can stick around.
Yeah, and here's a look at the two different dimensions to these teams. Obviously, they both have skips that call the game and throw third stones. With the youngster Go Aoki, it's normally Masaki that puts the broom down, says, you know, let's play this. Whereas there, Mosaner put the broom down as a traditional skip would, put it down, slid to the other end, is throwing this one. Knows where he wants it, 80%.
No double.
Oh, sorry.
There's still a chance for the deuce here for the Japanese.
He'll be disappointed he doesn't make either of those two doubles.
Yes, he will. But back to your thought, look, you're exactly right. Amos is very involved in the decision making and the shot selection and the broom positioning. Knows his own game very well. So here we go.
I see where he did that. Aoki trying to play the hit for two. Just wants to make this one go away. And there it is, 4-2 for Japan, so 7-4 after 4 ends of play. Lots of scoring already here. Japan, Italy. Well, the Japanese fans happy they get a 2, not happy they trail by 7-4 score. Here, the 3-6-1 World Men's Curling Championship. Lukoli, Hans Frauenlob. Japan have to start trying to chip away at this. Obviously, they're doing well with the hammer, but without, it's not going well.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of tight defensive struggles out here this week, but this game is definitely not one of those. Nothing but offense.
Okay.
Let's take a peek at Germany, USA.
And USA's played well throughout, but it's when they've made their misses. They've had a bunch of stones to finish off games where they've had a chance to win or force an extra. A couple draws missed, and tells the story. Here they have a chance to hit, score 2, make it a 3-2 game. Try and put that complete 10-end game together, not just 8 or 9.
9.5. Yes, exactly. Nice shot there by Greg Persinger to cash in the pair. Italy now switching gears a bit. Japan with the center guard. Italy not going around the center guard this time. They're throwing it out to the wing. So first sign of the smallest little hint of defense here.
Japan says, all right, we'll go in behind our guard first.
Absolutely. Tally ho. Pretty good spot. Slight over curl. Pops a tiny bit out the other side. Perfect weight though. There's a good look at it. Daniele Frazza, one of the most fun names to say in world curling. So just the curl now, trying to promote a little extra curl in the last few feet of the trip.
Very nice to tap that one back to lie 1-2. Japan looks like they're going all out. Speaking of fun names to say, Jaap van Dorp.
That's another fun name to say. Absolutely. Netherlands skip.
A 2-2 game against China. Netherlands 1-5. China is 3-4. Van Dorp draw here for a single point. Has a little bit of backing and can actually push it a little bit to make sure they get their one. They'll come down, little tap, and it is good for the single point. So 3-2. Netherlands leads China after 4 ends.
Yep, it's an important match for the Chinese. Netherlands giving them a big tussle. Italy now looking to deal to the center guard. So Peltzer, a pretty ugly miss trying to clear a guard in the previous end. See how he does here. Nothing ugly about that one. Perfect.
Let's look at the scores going on in this session. USA leading Germany 3-2. Switzerland up 4-1 over Russia. We're 7-4 in the 5th. And Netherlands, as you saw, leads 3-2 over China in the 5th end.
Goyoki, swivel, pivot, behind, around, look at the line. Looks like a guy that's played a lot of mixed doubles.
See lots of players moving different sides. As they try to guard up that stone sitting in the top of the rings. But it is open.
Shikuya. Big sweep. Peltzer. Not laying a brush to this one yet. There's a good shot.
Roll to the wing.
He even nudges the Japanese stone a little bit further off the 12 foot in the process. Good shot.
How long does Japan go to try and sink one? Sort of started the end. Are you committed now?
Well, gotta hold your nerve, but no center going. Yep, here we go. They're stacking up. Looking pretty good for us. In a situation here where you can kind of hedge your bets and play a 2-for-1, you can make the double takeout, hit 3/4, maybe get a big roll behind the center guard in the process. Yutaka Muratara looking on saying, well, what do you got? I don't know. Looks like they played contact point just to the left of the brush of Galeocki. Double off the Italian stones, roll about
2シューター
4 feet to the left behind that center guard.
That's all.
That's all.
Just make the double and roll.
Nothing to it.
毛止まりよ、めてよ。
Must be close.
Make the hit. Now get the roll. Jump it all the way over. Look at this. Make the double. Make the roll.
Beauty. Beauty. Nearly buried it perfectly. He's hidden at least half of it.
Really nice. He didn't overthrow it. Sometimes you'll think, I got to throw a lot of weight in order to make that double and roll it over. Just nice control weight.
That's a very good point, Luke. Keeps the weight down to try and control the roll a little bit better. Alert sweeping, taking it as far as they can.
Aoki tells his teammate to go.
Go, go,
Keep
go.
go. Sweep that one, get it in behind.
どうで1 どうで1
Delicate shot here for Joel Retornis.
どうで1
These are tough shots because you got to try and hold the line, play it tight. Got to get by. They do. Look at that sweep.
Squeaking it by the guard. Wow.
What a scrub. Getting quite the performance of sweeping ability. Rhea Pilzer.
Full credit there. Watch how close this comes to the guard. And a puff of smoke.
O le sta qua le kerla o le sta su dritte da quella banda lì. Non fate
Joel
vedere.
Retornis. I had it all the way. Never in doubt.
Sì, credo se devo chiamarla Zezio.
Fortuna che non vola.
Sono toccata.
ちょっとなさげだな、なんか。
ちょっとなさそうだな。
6まで。
あ、いいよ、めっちゃいいよ。
ライムエース
6まであるよ。6まで。
ラインちょっとエース
6号
したい。
ちょっとだけな。
ラインハーリー。ラインエースだよ。
よし。
ハーリー。頑張って頑張って。ハーリー。ハーリー。ゴーゴーゴーゴーゴー。いいよ、来てるよ。ラインエース。
Go, go.
ゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴーゴー。
Well, short of the freeze, but it looks like they are very close to second shot.
伸びないな。
Might have squeaked in there for second
キャッ
shot.
チなんだけど。ずっと持ってる感じだったから。
Directly in front of the Italian stone.
Sì, o da una banda o dall'altra. Laterale però giocheria.
Sì, è sicuro.
Giocheria di là. Qua non la fa, qua arriva al laterale. Qua con solo da venire dentro. Ti piace venire dentro?
Oddio. Io non organizzo più niente. No, anche perché sono stati io caffista. Così. Sì, pure anche a frisare, Antonio non Ganielli. Tornarli a frisare. Se proprio volevo fare questo e per cavare quella dopo.
Ah, Elo?
Dagli altri.
Vergen?
A ponte.
Da quando?
Là sulla nostra gialla. T-line.
Ne è già lui?
Boh.
Sicurati.
Secondo.
Sicurati line. Oltre.
The international language of curling.
8.
T-line in there.
It's the black line that runs left to right as we're looking at it.
Look over at USA, Germany. Keeping an eye there. US leading 3-2. The teams exchanging deuces.
No, linea buona, linea buona.
Quiet out-turn tap here. Chance. Alexander Bauman. Try and score two.
Longa lei.
These are tough. Weight management important. You got to throw it to their front end.
Ok.
Just play it quietly. Obviously close. Get enough of that one. Tap it back. Roll it over. Nicely done by the German team to make that shot and score another deuce. Go up 4-3 after 5.
Deuces are wild on sheet A. 3 consecutive deuces in that game.
斜めにつける感じで。斜めにつければ多分相手1で終わる。
Speaking of deuces, Italy lying 2 right now.
38がベスト。
東野は
385だけどちょっとなんか弱気な385だから。プッシュないなんかずっと持ってる385みたいな。弱気な385。
なんで弱気なの
超弱気今日。
Saka UI looking pensive at the far end, holding the target brush for Galeocki.
오케이.
Chipuya and Aoyama jump it immediately. He was light with the draw in the previous end. This one looks light as well.
They're trying to freeze that shot stone. It comes up top 12 foot.
Italy has been scoring in bunches with last rock, and chance for another bunch here.
No, manca mezza qua, eh. Mezza qua deve dare questa.
It's one of these situations, though, Luke, where it's hard to improve your current situation. You can put your rock into a spot where you could let the Japanese out of the end. If you'd misplace it slightly, you set up a weird double, triple takeout.
Worth the risk to try and basically play the same shot that Aoki will try?
Well, honest answer, I'm not sure. I'd almost be tempted to leave him that one again and play a stone to the other side of the rings behind the tee line, full in the 8 foot and lie 3, and let him chase it. And if he bumps off it, then you snap a 4. But Mosaner, confident, duck around those center stones. I don't like this one. It almost sits this one a little bit wide. And a bailout shot.
It'll be important if they're heavy to take it deep.
Linea molto buona.
I love the line.
Try and tuck a little piece.
That's a pretty good shot by Mosaner.
Yeah, close enough. No double.
No, they can certainly remove one of them, but there's even a jam on the back, and the crucial thing for the Italians was hiding a piece of it behind the guard. And they've done that. Nice shot.
コントぐらいかい。
それかな。
If you're looking at like this, nothing's looking good here.
絡まないと思う。
Retorno knows it.
自分がここに来
This
た
is where you come down. What do we play? I want to throw the Yellowstone.
Yeah. Can we change colors, please?
扱ってればいけるけど。
バンパーちょいぐらい。あ、いいよ。
バンパーちょいぐらい。
Almost, yeah. Double tap red, pushing into the 4 foot, cut him down. It's about the best you can do. You might be a little bold and try to push it. Red, red, yellow on the button. Push it back a foot.
このラ
But
イン
even
切れ
sitting
るん
on
だよ
top
な
of it. Right now, you drop 3 or 4, the game's basically gone.
コントで足りる？あ、コントはいいか。
割と見えてる。7割、8割ぐらい見えてる。
もうほぼ見えてる。いや、
See how good that stone of Mosaner's was. Tucked a quarter of the stone behind the center guard. No play on it.
So tap, tap. Keep your shooter in front. 7-4 game. Japan trails without the hammer. Need to hit that right angle on the first one. Tap it back. Push it.
Aoki doing it again.
Gets a shot stone. Mosaner sizing up a double through his own right away.
A lot of high stakes action here. I made the inside double for a bundle earlier. Let's make an inside double for 4.
Or I tap for 1.
Yeah, it's much less exciting. He wants to play it.
Sta spingendo in uno.
While they're looking at this one, let's take a look at this last shot by Aoki. He's been doing this all week long, just pulling these incredible little touch shots out of the fire to get them out of trouble.
A little bit of a magic show, obviously, here in Las Vegas. Lots of entertainment and shows. This is
Totally. Making the threat of a 5 disappear with that shot. There's a smile from Aoki.
Okay, well, this could be ice for the hit, or it could be for the tap. I think the tap is what I would think of as
Tap's the sane play.
knowing the scenario. Looks like that's what the shot is here for Mosaner. As much as he wanted to play the double.
We'd all love to have seen him try.
but you give up a steal here, and all of a sudden the game is back on. You get one.
Definitely a smart play.
Tutta l'altra danna, tutta l'altra gialla.
Big sweep, got to tap this one up far enough,
Okay.
and they will just. Not by much, but it is there for one
One yellow.
for the Italians. They will extend their lead 8-4, doubling up Japan as we are halfway through our feature game.
Già serata.
Sì.
Se fai ponti così va bene, già serata.
Ah, die Ziekers met, was 7-5.
Va bene.
Well, the first end got off to a great start for Italy as they had it all set up. A couple misses by Japan. And then the rocket from almost Mazaner. Double takeout. Not a problem. Pushes it right through. And there's a 4 to start this game off. Third end, Japan trying to force, unable to get it going. Leaves that one back 8 foot. The open hit and stick for a 3-ender to extend their lead. But Japan staying the course, trying to battle back, scoring multiple points with the hammer. Another opportunity for 2. And makes the nose hit go Aoki, and Japan get the deuce, but trail 8-4 after 5 ends of play. Look in on Switzerland and Russia. Switzerland 3-3, Russia 5-2. It is Russia lying 1 on the top of the button. Draw here to the side of the button. Alexei Timofeev to get that extra point. Cut into that lead. And the old saying goes, if you can't draw, you can't skip. Oh, Alexei Timofeev, he can draw right to the button. He'll get his 2, and it's a 4-3 game. The other scores here in session 13. Germany leads the USA 4-3 in the 6th end. Just saw the update. Switzerland leads Russia 4-3 with the hammer. 8-4 Italy doubling up Japan in our feature game. And 3-3 Netherlands and China as they play on sheet D.
4-7、5-6、1-8。一か八か。一か八か。いや。展開向いてる。サイドガード2つ。あれビールそんな来ないよ。ただ早いだけ。ここアウト。アウトのビールかなり苦手。I love everyone. Every color, every gender. Just you know. No, sulla nostra no. Stavano poi già no, rischi di fare peggio di quello che era.
Vale la pena di tre.
Well, we're through 5 ends. Let's look at the numbers, and no surprise seeing any of these with the score at 8-4 Italy. Advantage 91-71 overall percentage, 91-77 in draw, and look at the hit difference, 92-60. Lopsided score, lopsided percentages, 8-4 through 5 ends of play. few of the Italians
Sending messages home.
saying it's on. Hans and Luke are on.
Hans and Luke are on.
Time to tune in. 8-4. Italy leads. Japan gets the hammer. They got their first force of the game. It's the first in the first 5 by either side.
Just missing that 5 now. We got 2 2s. We got a 3 and a 4. Lots of offense in this game.
Yeah, not a lot of games you see 8-4 halfway through.
Halfway through. That's right.
We've seen 8-4 finals, but not halfway through.
Okay.
We saw Switzerland and Korea throw a combined 23 points on the board last night. And this game at the midpoint, slightly ahead of schedule on that. Taka Ayama, 85% this afternoon.
ちょっと走ってくな。待てるよ。
あるわ。3近いな。
いや、もう4に入りそう。
止まってるよ、止まってるよ。
いや、もう。
あ、でもある。
Like Shikuya was ready to body check it over there.
We may need to sweep to get that to finish to the side.
Daniele Frazza, 93% for the day. Pretty useful day's work so far. Halfway home in this game.
T-line! T-line! 5-1. Oggi 5-2.
No, c'è stelle.
Sì, c'è Stel.
Tira allora. Tira fuori anche,
Well, this one heavy. They want to take it behind it, at least take it back. If they can get it through, even better.
Does slide through rings and out of play.
Well, that's sometimes the effect coming out of the 5th end break, a little bit quicker.
Yep. See it time after time after time after time. That's my little pet peeve in curling. Come on, leads. Pay attention. It's the 6th end.
Aoyama need to get these 2 guards in play.
青山さんいいですか。
伸びてる。
ちょっと違う。Okay, nice.
Nice corners by the Japanese.
So peel time. Time to clear the front. Just haven't seen Italy be crisp with this defensive game. Leaving a few stones around, going deep.
Missed it clear earlier and nearly noses that one. Leaves the guard sitting just off center. So yeah, one of those situations where the best defense is a good offense. Maybe you just say, okay, we're going to give up 2s. We'll just keep scoring 3s. Our Shikuya, 68%, struggling a little bit today.
395.
Below his training average.
入っといていいよ。ちょっと曲げていいよ。ちょっと曲がるわ、この石。2。オーバーカール。伸びてる。
若干。全然止まる。
Guards are up for the Japanese.
遅れました。
Run and roll. Sì, va, lascia espressi. Velocità di prima. Gioca così comunque.
Finisce la Miolin.
Okay, California contingent has made their way over to Nevada.
Trying to enter this decade.
That's right, Flower Children of San Francisco have made their way to the Orleans Arena.
Well, they've been dressed up each and every day, something different. Sunday they were the Easter Bunny, handing out chocolates as Italy looks to make the hit, roll over.
That works.
Just a part of many of the people that dress up for the entertainment here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's great. We've got fans from all over the world here. And there we see some of our supporters of Team USA. No prizes for guessing which team this is. A couple are supporting.
The Stars and Stripes. That's part of the fun, these World Championships. events, as you see teams and everyone loves to dress up. You see, normally know the Scottish fans, you see the kilts.
Yeah, you normally hear the Scottish fans before you see them.
With the Swedish Junior Academy are here doing their cheers, and they're wearing the blue and yellow and
Cioè, se proprio...
Hop
Yeah, I was
Swiss.
just going to say the Swiss are here and their cowbells. That you generally know when the Swiss are in the crowd as well. Makes for a very festive and international atmosphere, as to be expected at a World Championship. Even the Canadians, and the Canadians aren't even playing this afternoon. That's showing commitment.
True fans.
Could be by the pool, but they're here watching curling. That's fantastic.
Wearing their sweatshirts. Joel Rotornes. At that number on your screen. Don't want to bring the curse.
But we just did.
He'll peel that one out.
Nice shot.
Gets rid of any backing, but opens that play behind the corner guard now for Japan.
Joe struggled a little bit yesterday with the shooting, but very much back in form today. AY at 63% today. Had a couple of bad misses early, but seems to be stabilizing his game here in the midpoint of it. And wrap around these corner guards. They're going to hide half. Italy will run the guard.
Didn't waste any time putting the broom down for this one for Rotornes.
Let's look in at USA Germany.
No guards in play, and chance now for Greg Persinger to play this hit. Nose will do it.
Great run back nose hit by Torres. Well, Persinger's lining that one up.
So just the nose hit. Greg Persinger got to execute the simpler shots. The open hit, stick around, score two. Try and keep the two train going. Four of a kind.
He makes this 4 consecutive deuces. That's exactly right. That'll win you a lot.
Well, nicely done. Good sweep at the end to get that late finish. USA gets their two. 5-4, they lead over Germany. As Japan trying to wrap one around, give himself a chance. It's in the open. You could just peel it out too.
I was thinking the same thing. No reason to monkey around with it.
No, va bene. Sì, restarla era... non è niente in più.
You can overthink a good situation. Just peel that one out. Pull it off the rings. Make them make the play.
Interna non la zappa. Sì, sì, ma interna non la zapperà mai. La gassa ancora merda, sicura, se fa tap. Sì che può stirare tranquillo.
First job, of course, hit the rock. So much peel that you throw it a little bit full and you blow it by everything.
95%.
Clean, clean. Rolla via.
Nice shot.
Yep, makes that one go away.
Torres looking under control here this afternoon. Not that he ever looks out of control. Joe's one cool customer. And just looking to tap the Italian stone on the button. Back behind the tee line.
70% go away, Oki.
This team in the game, though, with an amazing double tap in the fifth against 4. Needs to curl all the way over to the nose.
Well, it's the reason he's throwing these final stones for this Japanese team. That's just an 18-year-old, but just a little bump on that one.
Just needed another half rocket curl. Taps it on an angle and leaves his own stone sitting wide open for Mosana. Aoki. What an experience for him. First international tournament, world championship.
In Las Vegas, of all places.
Las Vegas.
But not even of age.
You're not even old enough to go to drinks.
Or gamble.
Or gamble. Just focus on the curl and go.
Don't worry about the distractions there.
A barely legal Amos Mosaner throwing the open takeout. 23.
Well, they hit little roll.
Nice shot.
Takes away that freeze. But leaves a little bit of this draw path available to get to the 4-foot. It's a draw against 3.
Aoki wasting no time. He needs a piece of the button to score a single point.
Don't want to lose it.
They did.
Line looks good. Get it to the button. Now look at that brush.
Wow. Just getting it there. Confirmation. Return is looking at it. It is a single point. Nearly lost it with the sweeping there, but a good last minute save. Getting a piece of the button. Go Aoki, keeping them alive. It's Italy 8 and Japan 5 after 6.
Nice. Io principalne 2. Ora riesce a principale 2. Fen 3, Fen 1.
Black. Sì, anche a Black, saremo
Doritan doveva centrale. Tornare laterali.
vedere che alti. Ormai è laterale. Quello lì a provare al centrale,